What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 42 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Kroq-Gar campaign. So as we saw last time, Tlashbok still alive, still taking the enemies on and protecting the Altar of the Horned Rat. You know what? We need a rename for this place. We can't be calling it the Altar of the Horned Rat anymore. That's for certain. I don't know, Altar of Thunder maybe for the thunderous one and the sort of thundery, lightningy thing that we're going for here. I don't know. Somebody come up with something better. Anyway, Tlashbok, I'm very attached to you now, so you better not die in the near future. We're gonna have to get you some stuff to make sure that you don't. I do wonder if we can sally out here. Cancel these things. We're also gonna give you points, and we'll see if we can sally out. Apex species, well, you are a leader of his kind, but at least until level 20, that doesn't do too much for you. We can get you another point in Proud Warrior or Enforcer of Order. Greenskin, Skaven, Dark Elves, Beastmen, Warriors of Chaos, Demons of Chaos, and Norska. So it doesn't actually include these guys, unfortunately. I got the level 1 because it was against the Skaven. Oh, wow, what the hell? Huh, yeah. So this is probably not going to be worth it, at least for a while. We'll probably get thick skin, but Proud Warrior first. Alrighty. I was just noticing that this only goes from plus 2% to plus 3%, and the weapon strength doesn't actually increase versus the Skaven at all. Oh, just adds the various numbers of enemies. Anyway, you're going to do this. And, oh, they were willing to fight. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but, well, we are certainly willing to fight then. You can't give the Lichbone Pennant to anybody, but they do have Sirens, which I think means... Oh, you have magical damage, Thunderous One. Well, aren't you just lovely? And you have magical damage due to your Sword of Anti-Heroes. I guess we gotta give it to one of these guys. Scarecrow Pennant's not gonna be too useful for us here. We will still have to be careful. Oh, in fact, let's do this. We will have to be careful. They do have 2 artillery pieces, as well as a decent amount of monstrous infantry, as well as those deck gunners. But Tlashbok, I believe in you, man. I really do. You've got me completely on board with what you've got going. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Tlashbok at it again, and hopefully we can kick a Luther out of this particular area so that Tlashbok is free to recruit and otherwise just generally do his thing. Just want to take a look at his armor here. Oh, I like that helmet. I like that helmet very much. It's like a spiky sort of helmet. Kind of reminds me of a horned one, actually. Interesting. Oh, and he has a tail spike as well. Well, that's just very nice. Oh wow, I didn't check whether the others had a tail spike or not. I gotta have to double check that. Anyway, here we go. It's kind of interesting how in this particular campaign we've had sort of like a section of the campaign where several episodes are dedicated to lots of battles with one lord. And we recently had Gorog time, and then before that we had Tic-Tac time. And now, of course, it's Tlashbok time. Tlashbok gonna move in and gonna get hit by a railgun from the Medusa there. Just gonna back off a little bit while the Thunderous One moves in as well, and dodging those railgun shots through the trees as best we can. But otherwise, we're in. And it looks like the enemy Vampire Fleet Admiral is going to try to counter us here, but I feel like we have the advantage in this situation. The enemy's going to have a very difficult time bringing down Tlashbok or the... I can't see anything. Or the... or the Basti. Ooh, and lights up the jungle. Very nice. And there we go. One of the great things is that the garrison here has the Reviv Crystal, which means as long as it's alive, Tlashbok and the Thunderous One are just going to be extraordinarily difficult to bring down. Just got to make sure that we don't allow the enemies to actually kill the Reviv Crystal itself. Meanwhile, the rest of our units are moving in, just piles of swords. Well, maybe not piles, but enough Saurus from the garrison, as well as a little bit of backup from our skink cohorts. The enemy does have backup of its own, however, Luther arriving on the field with a lot of range units and a couple of artillery pieces as well, and we are waiting for that with our Cold One Riders, who are going to hide in the trees here, move around and get ready to hit the enemy deck gunners and the artillery, and then the same thing for our skink skirmishers, although these guys are probably going to have a problem because unlike chameleon skinks, they're not in stock, but I figured, you know, maybe we'll just try to run them at the enemy deck gunners or something. Alrighty, back to this little jungle battle. Animated hulks of dishing out some damage to our Saurus, unsurprisingly, but lightning still crashing down among them from the thunderous one. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of this unit as well. Alright, well done to all of you so far. And at the very least, this first army should be destroyed relatively quickly, though it is hard to tell exactly what's going on in there. And the enemy lord is fading, or is in weak binding rather, and is down to about, I don't know, 60%-ish HP, though it looks like Luther is coming in to help out a little bit. Though what Luther can do about this, I'm not entirely sure. If he moves in and tries to fight the blob, he's gonna have a lot of problems with that as well. Alrighty, and I think Henri the Drowned is done for. And was that him exploding out there? Oh, no, he is. He's right there. He cast something, probably. And now it looks like the mortars are going to start annoying us here as well. The skink skirmishers are now heading directly towards the deck gunners, and our Cold One Riders will be moving out towards those mortars. We are a little bit afraid of the damage the mortars could do to our garrison here, at the very least, but I'm not sure that they're any kind of threat to the dinos. In fact, I know that they're not. On the other hand, though, we do have to remember that, well, every unit lost is potentially still not great, just because even while they're garrison units, they will take some time to recover, and Tlashbok may get sieged yet again. Until we transfer his new forces to him, it's probably going to be kind of hectic for him, just as it was with Gorok a little bit until he got his army up and running. Alrighty, how's Luther doing in there? And let's see, he's actually at reasonable HP, but we took our time to kill Henri the Drowned and are now working on destroying the last of these rotting Prometheans. I believe the animated hulks are done for as well. And now there are sirens moving in, so we're going to send in our, you can see the damage coming in, our Thunderous One and Tlashbog, both of whom have magical damage, and we've even moved around our skink cohort with javelins, the ones that have the Lichbone Pennant and thus magical damage, to chuck their magic javelins at the sirens. In the meantime, we got to the Cold One Riders moving in. One of the units started off with barely any HP, but that's okay, and they should be able to hit these mortars and whatever else without too much difficulty here. In fact, maybe we'll watch them charge, because it's very difficult to see just what the heck is going on under the tree line, or under the canopy, whatever. Alrighty, there you go, Cold One Riders. We don't have a lot of these guys on the map as yet, but don't worry, we will be building a very cavalry-heavy force. Heavier, certainly, of a cavalry force than Kroq-Gar's currently is, and I'd like to get another Saurus Lord at some point. If we can get another, either, probably not a leader of his kind, but a, well, ideally another perfect spawn. Or maybe Dino Rider or something. We'll see. Perfect spawn would still be ideal. In order to get a sort of Cold One and Horned One mixed cav unit, and maybe some units from our allies as well. And then maybe have the the Saurus not on Carnosaurs, but rather on Cold Ones instead to lead them. Anyway, charging into those deck gunners now, which as we saw did quite a bit of damage to our Cold One Riders, but with them having badly damaged at least the mortars, it's pretty critical that we actually take out the gunners before they do too much damage, and fortunately they are so darn fragile and are going to start melting away. Alright, you guys can go back to the various mortars and stuff once you're ready. In the meantime, looks like we're finally attacking Mr. Luther Harkin there, and as well we are attacking the Medusa, just to prevent her at the very least from firing that railgun blast that she does. And we've sent Saurus Spears to contend with us, mostly because the the heroes and the dinos are busy with the Luther. Otherwise, I would have obviously sent them to deal with the Medusa. Or have used the Saurus Spears to deal with Luther Harkin. Either way, I think they should be able to take both of them out together. In fact, Luther is debilitated already, and is not going to have a very easy time. He's got Banish on him, and all three of these guys attacking him. Tlashbok right in between those two dinos. Alright, no, it is once again still difficult to see. And now I see that the range support fire coming in from the Thunderous one is still hitting the Medusa as well, who is actually pretty much done for. Mortar fire is still coming in, but with the enemy units of deck gunners dead and the jungle is protecting us, the artillery isn't as big of a threat as I thought it would be. Our skin cohort is also being kind of forced to fight a unit of zombie pirates, but at least we can see what the heck is going on here. Surprisingly long battle considering the size of the two forces, but doesn't look like it'll be much longer as the zombies start melting away. Luther, in fact, it looks like he got overwhelmed and destroyed by Tlashbok and his dinos, and now Tlashbok goes to personally hunt down the Medusa, mostly because he's much faster than the dinos on his cold one. And we'll take her out, especially since, well, we don't want her coming back. Though, wait, I don't remember no, the Medusa was in Henri's army, not in Luther's army, which means that she would have come back if she was allowed to run off the field. Alrighty, well, with that, the battle is pretty much over, and damn. Tlashbok looks real menacing in the dark of the jungle and covered in blood like that. This is a pretty horrifying sight to see coming at you. They're kind of adorable normally, but in the darkness like this is pretty awesome. You gotta love the Lizardmen. And a great time with them. Hardly surprising, though. Actually, maybe a little bit surprising. Why a little bit? Back in the day when Lizardmen just came out, I really didn't like the faction. Now, back in Total Warhammer 2's base release at the very start, because their roster was really limited. And I did mention this before, but between the roster updates over time, the different types of dinos added, as well as the flyers and all that, rounding out their roster made them a lot more fun. And then, of course, there was also, well, the big additions that SFO has done to make them more fun as well. Anyway, that's about it. There is something to still be destroyed in here, but I can't spot what the heck it is in all of this. Can't even get to find that flag. What are you? Oh, it's just some boarding crew. Well, it's nothing now. Alrighty, there we go. Another heroic victory for Tlashbok. It seems like every single one of his victories has been heroic so far. So, an auspicious start to this new Saurus Lord. Alrighty, nicely done as always there, Tlashbok, and the Dead Gunners live, Luther lives, the Sirens live, Henri the Drowned lives. At least to some of these guys that, well, actually, the Bloodwrack Medusa couldn't have come back, but the Rotting Prometheans and Animated Hulks at least are gone. Still, somewhat annoying. We are going to... Do we want to heal? Well, the healing does nothing for us, really. Also, the money is a tiny amount. Does the armor help us in another fight once we... Oh, wait, no, Luther will die. He's in March stance. So it doesn't matter that his forces arise again. Yeah, well then in that case, we could just take the slight amount of money. I'm sure we'll find a use for it. There are many uses for money. Alrighty, well done. And a hibernation attendant as well. You are going to, I guess, chase down Henri the Drowned and then return to the altar of the Horned Rat once more. Auto-resolve. Alright, at least it didn't hurt the Thunderous one there. And for this one, I guess we'll exterminate. Maybe I should have just done exterminate twice, but oh well. You can go into March stance and then you can return to the altar. Alright, very nice, buddy, and you're now at level 13, so you do have access to the maxed out Proud Warrior there. I guess, you know what, let's get the next point in Apex Species. We won't have use for it now, but once we level up, at least we'll have the point. Now, you know what, I changed my mind. We're gonna go Enforcer of Order. So, no, you know what, I changed my mind again. We're gonna go Thick-Skinned, so that we can go Foe Seeker next, and then we'll probably afterwards get the Apex Species, unless we want to just book it towards a Deadly Onslaught. Also, you got 5 more levels to go until you're on your Carnosaur. Wouldn't that just be lovely? We also have to get you some dinos, which we are building up. We are gonna have a Stegs and Coatl, and I believe somebody suggested last time maybe a couple of the Sacred Kroq-Gars. They do magical damage as well, which will be quite nice. Yeah, certainly potential there. Are we able to build Saurus here? Oh, we are able to build Saurus. Huh, we could just build up a full army with you, couldn't we? Oh, wait. We kept Sacred Spawning Caverns here, so we can actually build Saurus on Tlashbok directly at the Altar of the Horned Rat, presuming it doesn't get sieged for like the 50,000th time, which is still a distinct possibility, and I'm still not going to bother repairing the place until we know for sure that it isn't going to get sieged. Korax, you are the returned Skink Priests of Beasts, and you are cunning, which kind of meh for Gorok, but, you know, Gorok needs a Skink Priest, so we're going to put that in there. Survivor Determined. I just want to double check that there isn't anybody more useful. Kroq-Gar Leader and Fleet-Footed. I'm almost tempted to get Fleet-Footed, but once again, when you're on your dino, not going to be crazy useful. Although I suppose we could always keep you on a... we could always keep you on the Pterodon and then just send you in to fly around really, really quick. I don't know, I'll think about it. It's not like we have capacity for them right now. Anyway. We got other stuff to do, even if we don't have capacity. Crocky, you're gonna hit Dragon Fang Mountain. Oh. We should probably not auto-resolve this. Yeah, alright, you know what, let's move Crocky last. We'll do this as a manual fight. And the reason I'm thinking that we don't want to fight it is because, well, the last time we auto-resolved, we took half damage on our units. Oh, you need Apex Species. And since we took half damage, which ain't great, if we get a plague right now, we might lose our dinos, and I just don't want that to happen, for obvious reasons. Alrighty, now you have the Curse of Anric here. We could continue maxing it out, trying to get Arcane Conduit. You know what, let's go Earthing first, mostly because we do overcast both Pan's Impenetrable Pelt and Flock of Doom fairly religiously. Damn it. Okay, I didn't want you to go all the way in. You heard me. Let's get barrels of rum here. Wax sealed rations, alright, not bad. You suffer a little bit of attrition. You could keep going. Honestly, the sea attrition isn't too bad on you. 3 Saurus per turn. We could go back here and then sail out next turn, though, with a lot more HP. I do wonder, though. This guy would be able to reach us if we went into March Stance. We could try non-March Stance, but it isn't very far. What's his max range? We could go right there, right to the edge of where he can go. This is there, right? Yeah, looks like he won't be able to reach us. At least I hope. You know what? Just a little bit less. Sometimes it's deceptive. I hope that that's far enough away. I guess we'll see. I better not lose Kanos here like this. It'll be the stupidest way to lose him. Anyway, Huaral, you are going to join Kanos Kier in replacement of something. Furok, you have another point available to you, which means recruitment cost reduction for your units. Wait a second. Were we not going to replace you with that? Wait, yeah, we don't need this. We are going to replace you with another Lord, a Saurus Lord. Why a Saurus Lord? Because he starts at rank 10. Just to recruit stuff, and it'll be, let's say, you, Saurus Old Blood. I guess we could do it next turn. It doesn't really matter, just do it now. And then we will go into channeling, just so we don't have to pay extra. And you know what, Furok, you can actually go and transfer these guys right away. Well, right away, but shortly. Rather than having to wait for the entire army. We can also swap out the Tablet of Recovered Knowledge to you, Mr. Saurus Old Blood, and then you can be a recruiter. Granted, you don't have a recruiter bonus, but oh. There's something here that would help with recruitment. I feel like I checked, but I gotta check again. Corruption control, income from post-battle loot, spell resistance, magic, Saurus upkeep and stuff, but once again, it's not super helpful if you're just recruiting. I guess income from settlement buildings, all regions faction-wide. Oh! Huh. We could just now start spamming these guys. Oh, look. Recruit rank for Saurus. Ha. We could get these Blessings of Chotek, and that would increase our faction-wide income a little bit. And you just keep building these guys and building them and building them. Only a thought. Root Marcher for now, and Bonded Service. I'd like to get Draft Master at the very least. We won't be able to make it to Renowned and Feared, unfortunately, because we won't have the points for it, but nonetheless. Get Iron Disciplinarian, Draft Master. You know what? Screw it. Let's see. 14854. 14854, 150 gold only. Granted, it'll have more of an effect as we go, but it doesn't even pay for this one Saurus himself, so kind of not worth it at the current time. But once our empire is bigger, who knows? You can go into, I guess, Geomantic Sustenance for now. And there you go. Next turn, you're going to recruit while Furak moves out and goes to transfer these. And ooh, I'm excited to check out what the alignments for these things do, because I have no idea. We haven't used any of them yet. Lovely. Exciting times. Also, Aranessa, you're moving to Verdanos. I guess the question is, can Tic-Tac-Toe reach ya? He can reach ya, but I'm willing to bet you won't fight. Everybody's too scared to fight Tic-Tac-Toe. With good reason. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. Ooh, you have Renown and Fear, which will give you extra campaign movement range. Well, why not? Alrighty, what about you? I'm just gonna level everybody up real quick before we attack, because who knows. Arcane Vassal, I guess, since we have Arcane Conduit. And then lastly, the Skink Chief. You are... Wait, Pterodon. Okay, good. I did take that off. I was a little bit concerned. We are the Elite. Yes, this will apply to basically our entire army. Oh, I gotta get natural camouflage first. And there we go, now he has permanent stock. And we'll put him on an ancient stag later on, and then that'll be good. And we'll max out We Are the Elite, and we may as well get Grandmaster while we're going through it. Now, Tic-Tac. Ticky-Tacky-Toe. Go for Aranessa. Go. Alright, will you run? Will you stay or will you get... She will not run! Oh, wow, close victory. You have no chance here. Oh, wow, she has 2 Deathstreak Terrorgeists and some Deck Gunners. Alright, well. This seems like a fight to me, does it not? Does it not seem like a fight that might actually, possibly, potentially challenge Tic-Tac-Toe? Well, let's find out. I love how Tic-Tac-Toe just always yells his name as he flies, and oh, that's a nice shot as well. I don't see Kroq-Gar just yelling Kroq-Gar constantly when he charges in, but, you know, it works for Tic-Tac-Toe. You gotta love the little guy. Anyway, I am very excited about this particular battle, and as we can see, we've got enemies to contend with in the air this time, which means our anti-large Ripperdactyls, or our, well, actually they're anti-infantry, but they are certainly going to be able to deal with the deck droppers, despite the fact that they're a large entity. And then we can move on the infantry and stuff once we get to it. Oh, it was the Colossadon Hunters that are anti-large that I was thinking of in particular. And that's why they're going to be up against the Deathshriek Terrorgeist here. And ooh, Deathshriek is popped, melee defense minus 15 and speed minus 50%. Though, hilariously, speed minus 50% on our ludicrously buffed units gives them a speed of 100. Yeah, it's down from 170, but this doesn't really slow them down much. And that poor Deathshriek Terrorgeist is going to get absolutely ripped apart from every direction. Same thing probably goes for the deck droppers. We do have to, however, keep in mind that we have a lot of enemy range units firing at us from the same time. Another unit of Ripperdactyls moving in here, and Tic-Tac-Toe is going to help out, and soon we will have our mage come in and help to apply all those debuffs that the said mage has Maybe we should give the banner, the Scarecrow banner to Tic-Tac-Toe as well. Kind of too bad that we can't have every single unit use one. Anyway, getting distracted. We're gonna have all of our Pterodon Riders attack the Rotting Leviathan here, while obviously our Fire Leech Bolas are gonna hover overhead and take care, hopefully, of all those enemy range units. Alright, a little bit of slow motion as otherwise the battle, well, difficult or not, the battle isn't likely to last very long. Alrighty, Fire Leech Bolas doing their work. I see deck droppers dropping, though not to the deck, but to the ground. Return to the grave, and Kroq-Gar are going to help out a little bit as well. So, deck droppers are out, our mage is in, popping that chain lightning on top of the enemy cannonades, or carronades rather, so that they can no longer fire at us. I also do believe that Deathshriek Terrorgeist 1 has fallen, and Deathshriek Terrorgeist 2 is about to follow suit already. Though we did take a little bit of damage, we can see the Pterodactyls are hurt, the Colossedon Hunters are hurt, though, fortunately, and neither one has, at the current time, lost any models. Tic-Tac-Toe, the Master of the Skies, has proven his mastery of such by attacking the Deathshriek Terrorgeist here. It was kind of difficult to see, and as soon as the Deathshriek Terrorgeist starts crumbling away, we can leave the Riperdactyls to finish it off, especially with a little bit of help from the ranged units. While Tic-Tac-Toe follows the Kroq-Gar in to melee battle. They are going to go after Aranessa and all these piles of ogres, while our javelin chucking units are going to add support. Ooh, the lightning attacks from the Kroq-Gar look like they actually knock back the big crabby boy here. I always feel bad for the rotting leviathans. I also find them adorable, so I always feel bad when they die. I guess same with the rotting Prometheans as well. Poor crabby boys. Alrighty, well, they will not be around for much longer. In fact, nobody will. Aranessa is down to about 10-15% HP. I am kind of shocked that she fought, but I am very much glad that she did. Most of her other army, or the remnants of her army, has been destroyed. Even our Riperdactyls are just clearing up the remnants of the various gunnery mobs and such that the Fire Leech Bolas were not able to destroy, and now we're just going to surround and kill, or return to the grave by and large, most of the units here. Probably lucky that the enemy man-eaters were not of the ogre pistol variety, because they could have certainly helped with the enemies attacking our aerial units, but this was certainly not enough. I mean, I've been very impressed with the Kroq-Gar so far. They really do seem to do quite well, and they're very difficult to bring down. They have the same sort of irritating animations as the Tomb Scorpions do, which makes them extremely hard to kill, and looks like the Spirit of Tepok there managed to get the kill on Aranessa, which means the last of her units are down. Crabby Boy has fallen as well, a return to his grave. We get a pets though, and then we just have to hunt down the ogres by javelining them in the back as they run. Not undead units, of course, but, well, we'll bring them down. At least this way they won't escape. At least these guys won't escape, but it does look like this unit of Sartosa Carronades with Grape Shot is actually going to get out. Yeah, I kind of whiffed on this. I didn't realize that this was a Sartosa Grape Shot Carronade. I thought it was a standard Carronade, which would have meant a zombie pirate crew, whereas this is a living crew, so these guys might be able to get off the field. We are going to send our flyers after them, though right now they're busy killing off the rest of these ogres. And down you go, absolutely full of javelins. This does not look like you had a bad or a good day, buddy. There's something about javelin units in general that is quite entertaining. Alrighty, well, that is that. The battle is over. Gonna try to chase up that Sartosa Grape Shot, though it might or might not have escaped. Kind of unclear, but we'll find out. Anyway, well done, everybody. I think Tic-Tac-Toe did take some damage because he dropped down together with the Kroq-Gar, and unlike the Kroq-Gar, who are extremely tanky, well, let's just say he's quite fragile by comparison, but at the end of the day, with the army by and large destroyed, we should be fine. You can have pets also. Can't only give pets to the Rotting Leviathan. Another scarecrow banner. Well, alrighty. You know what? I'm happy with that. That was a good fight. And yeah, I know, a decisive victory with only 2 units lost and really not that much damage, with the possible exception of Tic-Tac for moving in to the massive pile of enemies there. But at the end of the day, this is what I want for a fight with Tic-Tac, where we actually had to commit our Ripperdactyl riders, both to fight the enemy's air force, there are 2 units of deck droppers, and their Death Shriek Terrorgeist, and then afterwards to drop down on the enemy ranged units as well, while the rest of our units also fought. Everything participated, which, you know, isn't usually the case for Tic-Tac's fights, where the Air Force just rips the enemy apart from the air and has no trouble. I'm happy. And we get 3.7k as a reward for that. Very, very nice. Alrighty, now the remnants of that army will escape, and of course we'll go around, and we will not, by the looks of it, be able to catch them, but that's okay. And, no, actually we could catch them. Here's the thing though, if we move over here, we will suffer... Oh, we won't suffer attrition. There's not enough Empiric Corruption here. Well, isn't that a shame? Wait, is this trespassing? Oh. These guys. It's trespassing, huh? I'm just wondering now, do we keep these guys alive or do we destroy them and then just give their stuff to like Belagar or something? What I've learned in a few other campaigns is these guys are fairly worthless. Actually, you know what? This is a fairly nice province. I think we might destroy them. They're not allied with Belagar, right? Oh, they are military allies with Belagar. Are they at war with anybody? Damn, they're not. But we're also military allies with Belagar. You know what? I did recently... I'm reasonably sure if we declared war on them that Belagar would cancel the military alliance and not join in. 99% sure. The AI pretty much never... gifts given to the last of an... Yeah, see, they don't like that. The AI pretty much never willing to betray a strong faction for a very weak faction, at least in my experience. Especially if they're weak, and we're both military allies, And we just have to be careful about the way we do this. Well, we're not going to do it right now anyway, but I believe the way that you have to do it is not to have allies join, but instead don't call allies. But the defensive alliance will still get the question asked from these guys, and that's when Belagar should decline, in theory. In theory. Huh. Huh. I have a thought. I have a sneaky thought. Alright, you know what? We're gonna manually fight this. Here's the thing. We have a bunch of crazy spell work, and we have a lot of bombs available on our Air Force. And while it might be a little bit cheap, if we're going to attack these guys anyway, and take their territory, because it seems like it's a nice territory, it has 3 resources, right? If we're going to take it anyway, why not just destroy their army like this? It'll prevent us from having to unnecessarily fight them. Not a crazy amount of units, and, well, it's not like we can't friendly fire. So yeah, let's do this, this, start deployment. These guys can't reach us from here, right? Nope. Please don't move towards us. Nah, they're gonna sit there. Beautiful. Alrighty, you guys. Oh, man. Hey, the great plan calls for it, damn it. Honestly, this is just gonna save time of an unnecessary siege where we know we destroy the enemy without any kind of trouble. Hopefully bombs do... No. Bombs work on your own unit, so of course they'll work on... must still work on these guys. And I'd like to wait for them to blob up a little bit more than this. This is not blobby enough for me. And just keep them moving. And we'll fly overhead and drop bombs and spells on them. Just gotta make sure we do it before the enemy all melts. So in fact, you guys are now decently blobbed up. Now let's do this. And here we... Oh, don't you all have bombs? Oh, you have different types of bombs, fair enough. Bombs away. There we go. This feels mean. This just feels mean. But once again, I feel like it'll save us like a 15 to 20 minute battle in the long run, so I'd rather do it now. Alrighty. Get some spells, drop some more bombs. Ah. Alright. Well, they're not our allies. They're not really our allies. They're just there, so I don't feel bad about this. I actually do feel slightly bad, but, alright. Drop a few more bombs, and who still has bombs? You still have bombs, you still have bombs, you still have bombs. And that's it. Alrighty. Oh, you guys have spells, actually. Alrighty, let's speed it back up. And oh, no, the knights are fighting. Ah. The knights are fighting the Deathstreak Terrorgeist. Come here. Hey, don't run away. Oh wow, the Deathstreak Terrorgeist is gonna kill their lord as well. Oh man, I wonder if we could actually kill the... You know what? Let's pop another one of these right there. And yeah, they're having a real tough time killing that Deathstreak. Like so. Ah, no, it's gone, it's gone. It's melting away. Alright, a few more spells if you can reach those knights. Come on, drop them down upon those knights. If you can. Banishment right there. And, I don't know, Comet of Cassandora right there. Don't run knights. Alright, the last of the bombs, drop those. Ah, there we go. Alrighty, well, decisive victory. The enemy lost about, let's say, 250 units. Granted, they will at least partially recover, but hopefully not to the point that that they can do anything about it. And by about it, I mean our attack. I just really prefer to auto-resolve it. Alrighty, come on now, let's see. I just want to see what is left remaining of the enemy settlement and whether we can reach it in the same turn. I'm 90% sure that we don't have enough movement remaining after this, but who knows. You are going to go for... We could heal up, but it's basically nothing at this point. And the money is not good enough. Just exterminate, why not? Alrighty, well, we are not able to reach it. Unfortunate. But oh well. Hopefully they can't really heal. Alrighty, well with that, unfortunately we're out of time, and I am once more going to have to call it here. Next time we will try to attack Myrmidons here, not because I necessarily want to, I just don't think that there's any good use for them remaining alive, especially when we own most of their territory anyway. Now these coastal provinces could be a decent money-making place for us, even as a yellow territory, and we do want more money. Otherwise, Tic-Tac will move southward, or probably actually towards Miragliano, whereas Sartosa will be hit by Chameleon. We will move out Kanos here towards the Skull Island, that nice 20k, as well as to Poxmarsh, and then Gorok will continue his rampage by, well, I guess killing Oleg Hart, and then moving to Talashla. Alrighty, and we'll keep building the troops for Talashbok as much as we can. So, stay tuned for more Lizards, don't forget to leave a like and comment, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.